Welcome to Hardly, where books turn into 3 stories, refreshing your knowledge in minutes. Today, we study together Tony Robbins' book, The Holy Grail of Investing, The World's Greatest Investors. Reveal their ultimate strategies for financial freedom, in which we probe into how to leverage alternative investments and unconventional strategies to achieve unparalleled financial growth and resilience across economic cycles. Tony Robbins is an international entrepreneur, #1 New York Times bestselling author, and philanthropist. Don't go away. Hardly, the editor, will be right back with the story. Today, let's delve into 3 powerful stories that illustrate the critical role alternative investments and unconventional strategies play in achieving financial freedom. Through these tales, we'll explore how top investors navigated economic turbulence, seized unique opportunities, and implemented innovative strategies that set them apart. I remember sitting across from Ray Dalio in one of our first conversations nearly a decade ago. The room was filled with an intense energy that mirrored Dalio's passion for his craft. As he explained his investment philosophy, he leaned in and said, "The key to successful investing is to understand that no matter how confident you are in any one bet, you can always be wrong." This principle guided him to develop what he calls the Holy Grail of investing, building a portfolio of 8 to 12 uncorrelated investments to reduce risk without sacrificing returns. Dalio's insight was born from years of managing money through some of the most volatile markets. He recounted the 2008 financial crisis, where his firm, Bridgewater, emerged virtually unscathed while others floundered. Their secret? A well-diversified portfolio that included both traditional assets and a significant portion of alternative investments, private equity, private credit, and more. This strategy allowed them to thrive during downturns by holding assets that didn't move in tandem with the stock market. As Dalio put it, diversification is the only free lunch in finance. His approach wasn't about playing it safe, but rather playing it smart. The lesson was clear. In a world of uncertainty, spreading your bets across various investments that don't correlate can provide a smoother ride and better chances of coming out ahead. This story naturally leads us to another fascinating example of navigating economic cycles with a blend of alternative investments. I found myself fascinated by the story of Michael B. Kim, known as the godfather of Asian private equity. Kim's rise in the world of finance is a testament to his keen eye for opportunities where others saw obstacles. In the early 2000s, as Western economies were reeling from the dot-com bust, Kim saw a different narrative unfolding in Asia. He recognized the potential of burgeoning markets in China, Japan, and Korea, which were largely untapped by Western investors at the time. His firm, MBK Partners, began acquiring businesses that were undervalued yet poised for growth. One of the most notable deals was his acquisition of a South Korean credit card company, just as the Asian financial crisis made most investors run for cover. Kim's strategy was simple: buy when others are fearful. He believed in the fundamental strength of these businesses and knew that once the economic dust settled, these investments would pay off handsomely. And he was right. The credit card company not only survived the downturn, but thrived, delivering substantial returns to his investors. This move solidified his reputation and opened the floodgates to other lucrative deals across Asia. His success story is a perfect example of how embracing unconventional strategies and looking beyond traditional markets can lead to substantial gains. But this approach isn't just about where you invest, it's also about how you invest. This brings us to the next story, which takes a different perspective on capitalizing on alternative investments. Vinod Khosla, the venture capitalist who made his name in Silicon Valley, offers another compelling example. Khosla, a founder of Khosla Ventures, is known for his high-risk, high-reward investment style. He once told me, "If you're not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary." Costler's strategy was not for the faint-hearted. He made a name for himself by investing in disruptive technologies that were often dismissed by more conservative investors. One such investment was his early backing of Juniper Networks, a company specializing in networking equipment. At the time, many viewed this as a risky bet, especially with tech stocks facing volatility. However, Costler saw the potential for Juniper Networks to challenge the market dominance of established giants like Cisco. His $4 million investment eventually turned into a $7 billion windfall. This story isn't just about the massive returns, but about the courage to back transformative ideas. Costler's approach highlights the importance of asymmetric risk, investing in opportunities where the upside far outweighs the downside. Even if only 1 out of 10 investments like Juniper becomes a success, the rewards can be game-changing. This kind of thinking requires not just financial acumen, but a willingness to embrace failure as part of the journey to success. As we ponder these stories, one might wonder if there's a unifying thread that ties them all together. Indeed, there is. Each of these stories demonstrates the power of diversification, strategic risk-taking, and the pursuit of unique opportunities. Dalio's holy grail of investing focuses on diversification to reduce risk. Kim's foray into Asian markets showcases strategic risk-taking in a region largely ignored by Western investors. Meanwhile, Costler's bold bets on disruptive technologies exemplify the pursuit of high-reward opportunities. What ties them all together is a commitment to looking beyond the conventional, to find value where others see only risk, and to have the courage to act on these insights. In the broader context, these stories highlight a key takeaway. Alternative investments offer a path to financial freedom by providing access to opportunities not available in the traditional stock and bond markets. These investments are often less liquid and can carry higher risks, but they also have the potential for outsized returns. By incorporating a mix of traditional and alternative assets, investors can create a more resilient portfolio that is better equipped to withstand economic volatility. The principles gleaned from these stories are clear. Diversify not just across asset classes, but also within them. Seek out investments that offer a high reward relative to their risk, and be prepared to act when opportunities arise, even if they seem unconventional. As the editor of Hardly, by learning these strategies, we can prepare to embrace the future of investing with a bold mindset, ready to navigate uncertainty and seize opportunities where others may not see them. Reflecting on the unique strategies explored in these stories, we see a clear validation of our initial key argument. Leveraging alternative investments and unconventional strategies is essential for achieving financial growth and resilience. One more compelling story comes to mind, illustrating this point vividly. Consider the case of Robert F. Smith, the founder of Vista Equity Partners. Smith built his firm on the premise of investing exclusively in enterprise software companies, a niche that many considered too narrow. However, Smith's meticulous attention to operational improvements and his deep expertise in the sector allowed Vista to consistently outperform its peers. By focusing on businesses that provided mission-critical services with recurring revenue models, Vista minimized risk while maximizing returns. Smith's strategy was unconventional, but it was precisely this focused approach that led to extraordinary compounded returns over 2 decades, making Vista one of the leading private equity firms in the world. Smith's story is a perfect example of how success in alternative investments often requires a sharp focus, specialized knowledge, and the courage to defy conventional wisdom. His journey reinforces the importance of combining deep expertise with a willingness to pursue less obvious opportunities, a common theme across all the stories we've discussed. In conclusion, the lessons drawn from these stories affirm that to achieve unparalleled financial growth, one must look beyond traditional investment paths, embrace diversity in portfolios, and be ready to seize unconventional opportunities. As the editor of Hardly, By mastering these strategies, we position ourselves to navigate financial landscapes with confidence and foresight, preparing for a future where we are not just participants but leaders in the investment world.